Denmark doctors declare circumcision of healthy boys ethically unacceptable.
Yay.
Denmark doctors believe circumcision has no meaningful health benefits. According to a nationally representative poll from the summer of 2016, 87% of Danes favor a legal ban on non-therapeutic circumcision of boys under the age of 18. Doctors and medical organizations in Denmark, the other Nordic countries, and with one notable exception elsewhere in the Western world, agree that circumcision of healthy boys is ethically problematic. Not one medical association in the whole world recommends circumcision of healthy boys.
So, is this Denmark is leading the chart? Is this? Are they going to make it a law or something, or is it just declaring it as unethical?
Yes, they're going to make a legal they're talking about a legal ban.
This is great.
Yes, absolutely.
This is great. This is going to offend a lot of Muslims and Jews in Denmark. They're already very offended over the whole, like in some parts they are making halal and kosher. First they went with making halal and kosher illegal. Now they're going after circumcision. Like, I think Muslims and Jews in Denmark are going to start uniting with each other against the government. But go on, sorry.
Oh, that's interesting. I haven't thought about that. Maybe there'll be some kind of a merging of ideas. We'll see, like one of the first Islamic Judaic merging of ideas.
Activism, yeah.
Wow.
But this is great. I mean, honestly, if we lived in a just world, anybody going with a knife after an infant would be put away in prison and be forced to never be close to children ever again. Like seriously, like this, the fact that this is not already illegal everywhere is mind blowing to me. Like if
I do want to put out there that the one country that I reference that is out of sync with everybody else in the entire world, that one country is the United States. Our federal health authorities and associations of pediatrics, our obstetricians, everybody endorses and performs this practice.
This is again the influence of religion even on the secular world, which shows that how religion fucks up everything, even when it doesn't, even in places where it pretends not to be dominating things.
Yeah. No, they make it's a several $100 million a year industry. The circumcision is the most widely done surgical procedure. It is done more than any other surgical procedure.
Yeah, we should call it infant torture rather than circumcision.
I agree. I believe we should call it male genital mutilation. Call it what it is.
Somebody in the live chat pointed out that they do actually call it male genital mutilation, and but maybe
not in anything, not in any medical journal or anything official that it refers to it. It's referred to as circumcision. It's using the Judaic terminology. It's not calling it what it is. The only people who are calling it what it is are activists.
Mars is saying people shouldn't give a shit. I'm going to read it as shit. People shouldn't give a shit if they're offended. The kids are safe from this shit. End of story. Yeah, and if it was up to me, it would be illegal, and if anybody did it, the child would be separated from the parents, right? I mean, if a parent went with a knife, or any doctor went with a knife and cut off a child's, tiny finger, or earlobes, or any other part, that doctor would lose their license. They might go to jail, and they would never be around an infant ever again. So we shouldn't make an exception for their genitals if we don't make that for any other parts of their body. Why is the genitals an exception? Go on.
I'll just say I love this. I loved what Denmark did, because they didn't outlaw circumcision. They didn't say that you can't be circumcised. They said that you can't be circumcised until you are at an age of informed consent. You cannot be circumcised until you can make an informed decision on your own.
Right. No, I mean, you like I said, chop off your entire arm if you're an adult. I don't give a shit. Do whatever you want with your body, but you can't do that to people that can't defend themselves and can't say no. Right? I mean, I saw some video on Facebook that somebody tattooed their baby, and everybody, or like also when they put earrings on their baby because they can't say no, right? And in the comment section, everybody was fucking pissed off. I'm like, well, the tattoo is less damaging and the earring is less damaging than chopping off parts of someone's body. Like, that, why aren't people as pissed off when it comes to cutting off body parts? I mean, if this was not normalized by religion and if it was just being introduced right now, people would be like, everybody would be like, what the fuck? Like, imagine if this wasn't the norm and there was a new cult and they came to you and like, there's this new cult, and you know what they do with their babies? They cut off parts of their genitals. Anybody would be like, holy fuck, what? Like, no. Like, but it's so normalized that people just accept it. It's, oh my God. And again, I mentioned earlier today that most of this, a lot of this happens with no anesthetic, so they are feeling it. This is a lot of babies are going through so much pain, experiencing the pain, and a lot of people excuse it by saying they won't remember, but they're experiencing it then and there. So you're torturing babies. You're torturing babies, and they're feeling it, and this should be a crime. I hope Canada and US, follow up on this. This is already the rest of Europe is already on this, right? Like most of circumcision.
Yeah. All the rest of the Western world. I mean, yeah.
Anyways, okay. I think.
Yeah, it's.
Let me read the top comments. Reza saying, those who think circumcision is best for cleanliness, chop off your nail areas from your fingers and toes. You will never have to trim and clean your nails. It would be amazing cleanliness benefits. But no, but I mean, the one study that made that claim that it was refuted, like it's bullshit. It's good. There's a very small percentage of babies that need it because some health issues, but there's a very small percentage, and for those that would make sense, but for everybody else, this is fucking barbaric. Cody is saying it's not an opinion topic. A human should not have anything removed from their body without consent, except as a life-saving procedure. It does not matter how you feel about it. It is not a Republican or Democrat, male, female, religious or atheist matter. It is a basic human right. If we do not uphold at least those, then why even coexist at all? Great comment. Tim is saying, I'm happy to have all of my wiener, my body, my choice.
Same here, bro.
Erica is saying, ethical doctors do not cut healthy flesh off healthy patients who cannot consent. Well, good. At least our community seems to be pretty good on this one. Bobby is saying, good. As a male who is circumcised, I would have liked to decide on my own. A lot of people say, to me, the main problem with this, I mean, I understand the argument that they're losing a lot of, sexual pleasure or whatever after, which is important. But to me, I already thought this was barbaric and wrong. But to me, this got a whole new level of wrong the day I learned that these babies are going through all of this without anesthetics. To me, that made the whole thing, because apparently you can't it's bad for the baby to put that much anesthetics on them. But for me, this went to a whole new level of wrong when I found out that millions of babies are being tortured all around the planet.
I want to point out that that even though God was able to tell Mary that she was pregnant with Jesus, and what he'd be called Emmanuel, and would be the savior of Israel and all this other good stuff, God did not tell her to not circumcise Jesus. So Jesus was circumcised. It explicitly says that in the Bible. So apparently God didn't know that it was not ethically necessary.
Dirty Dancer saying you can avoid some penile cancers. I mean, no.
Penile?
Penile cancers?
I mean, yeah, you can avoid breast cancer by cutting off your breast. But I mean, why would you do that?
Right. I mean, nobody. I mean, the experts don't suggest
Like,
that. So,
if it has cancer, like you're talking about, like cancer of the penile glands. I'm guessing that's what you're referring to. Then you have it removed. I mean, you don't remove something because it could get cancer. You can get skin cancer, but you don't remove your skin.
Or maybe you could just, while you're at it, remove one of the testicles as well to reduce testicle cancer by 50% as well, I guess.
And to reduce glaucoma by 100%, remove your eyeballs.
Yeah. So Grant is saying, what do they do with those small onion rings after that was? Well, actually, I know. Don't they go into beauty products for makeup?
I haven't heard.
Yeah.
That. I mean,
look it up.
Maybe
they do. It's fucked up. Actually, your makeup might have baby bits in it. So,
wow.
Yeah. So let me see. Okay, that was the last one.
That's just pretty crazy. In Exodus, the guy named Zipporah, when he circumcised his son, it says that he used a sharp rock and that he cut his son's foreskin off, and then he threw it at Moses. And apparently that was the deal between him and Moses. It was like some kind of a covenant between him and Moses. He was making some kind of a deal with him.
Yeah, no, the story is that when Moses was going to Egypt, I think when he was going to Egypt, right? God apparently found out, and he didn't know. He all of a sudden found out that Moses hasn't circumcised his own son. And God was so pissed off that he started chasing Moses around trying to kill him. And while Moses was running around trying to avoid God killing him, Moses' wife took out a sharp knife and just cut off the penis right there and then, and threw the bits at God's feet, or Moses' feet. Moses' feet. And then God saw that it was circumcised. So God was like, then he left.
Right. Well, but he didn't know that God was doing that, though. He thought that Moses was having God do that. It wasn't God chasing him around. It was Moses having God do it because Moses found out that his kid wasn't circumcised.
Right. But yeah, and this is in the Bible, guys.
Actually, there's a lot of copies of the Bible. Most of them, in fact, leave this part of Exodus out.
Wow. There's also parts of the Exodus where David gets 200 in penis bits and gives it as gift to a king to marry his daughter. It's really bizarre, but the Old Testament's very obsessed with penises. It's kind of like
it's like one ring. I got you hundreds.
Yeah. No. He asked for 100, but he brought 200. Anyways, Brody in the Facebook live chat is saying it's skin cream. So some skin creams has baby bits in it.
So you take off other people's skin so you can save your skin.
Oh, no. I mean, I don't know.
How do you sleep at night with all that penis on your face?
Supposed to be, again, Facebook live chat is saying it's supposed to be buried in Judaism, but in many cases snatched to use for superstitious practices. Grant is saying that's how feminism began. I don't know what you're talking about. 200 Philistines foreskins. Wow. So yeah, foreskins apparently could be used as gift to kings to get their daughters, or you could put it in your face skin cream, or you could bury it, or you could use it for some superstitious stuff,
or you could eat it.
Ew. Okay, it's weird. Religion is fucked up. Anyways, anything?
Way to go, Denmark. Denmark doctors who
good
have
job,
declared
Denmark.
this ethically unacceptable. You guys are badass. I just want to end this with a huge thank you.
Atheist Republic wants to give atheists a louder voice. Let's show them that we're listening, no matter which language they speak. With your support, we will be able to produce our shows in Arabic, Spanish, Persian, Portuguese, Malay, Bengali, Urdu, Hindi, and other languages. Help us get there. Check in the description for ways you can support our projects.